Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Take two. It seems I just had a recent upgrade, and every time I don't spend just a quick, brief moment to make sure the mic is on, it seems the upgrades and the updates turn it off. So I'm going to try and go back in and see if I can, kind of throw out the same information. It's never quite as good in my opinion as it was on the original first take. So diving right in, partnership strengthens the blockchain system, and of course we have XinFin. So the partnership between two blockchain-based firms in Singapore is seen to enhance the region's digital payment solution further. WadzPay has inked a strategic alliance with the enterprise-ready hybrid blockchain tech XinFin. And I wanted to highlight one of his comments. XinFin is a great addition to our ecosystem. There is a macro shift that is happening in the market right now, and our vision is to transform the payment space. For over 30 years, the world of payment remained unchanged. But the innovation and technology, we can improve the lives of everyone globally. And this is a tactical raise in having the right people back our long-term, stated Danish, Jane, the managing director and CEO of WadzPay. And I think the surprises are going to continue to come out, as Andre Casterman stated, and release them. And all of this is immediate action that is already moving forward and going live today. So next article, Stellar Lumen's XLM blockchain powers RealtyBits investment platform. And Stellar expressed, did you know that you can invest in all kinds of alternative assets on RealtyBits? Real estate, energy, startups, YC-backed RealtyBits even lets you invest in other Y Combinator companies. And I think that's great. To me, like, it just sparks off like similar attraction that I believe of the Smartlands, which is also based on Stellar doing a similar thing as well. And directly from the Stellar website, how RealtyBits powers alternative asset marketplaces on top of the Stellar network. Again, moving forward, and Stellar is a very exciting, as far as the Lumen XLM asset and Stellar, development foundation, the SDF, and the Stellar network is just massive. So it's not only an asset, it's also a network. And the great thing too, to use the Stellar network, which I find in the long term very beneficial for retail investors, or actually any investor and even the company. But one thing different that Stellar does is it actually requires to use the Stellar network. It requires for them to hold XLM. And also to the YBX tokenomics deep dive. Getting into platform tokens are a key innovation of the DeFi ecosystem and have powered much of its growth. The flexibility of their tokenomics models has enabled protocols to use platform tokens for a huge number of purposes, such as creating a liquidity curve, incentivizing usage, sushi, providing insurance, maker, and of course, decentralized protocol governance. And YBX is YieldBlox's platform token. Its tokenomics model enables it to act as tokenized growth and become the first productive asset on Stellar. And it bootstraps the growth of YieldBlox and the greater Stellar ecosystem, all while accruing value from their development. That was a direct quote from the little article, and I think it's very exciting. Again, and if you follow this channel, there's no surprise. You know, some of my favorites, my top four would be XRP, XLM, XDC, and VET. And I believe they just share like, or I didn't mean to say share, but they hold their own spot in what they're focused in on such a major level. Once we get past all this market manipulation and have all the regulatory clarity, and we can start moving forward, not we, you and I as retail investors, but we as the industry can start moving forward. And on my perspective, in my view, it's not so much, I mean, of course it is affecting the companies, but globally, it's not so much of a big deal as it only is with the regulators here in the USA. Yes, they do affect the global market, but when we start moving forward, it's going to move fast. And I mean, very fast. Because what was it? Brad Garlinghouse said, their market or their clientele, I guess you could say, is about 90-95% outside of the USA. But the US market is so significant that whenever they can go live here in the USA, that will boost such an enormous volume for the asset to be able to move freely. But getting right into the final article of this show, the still young crypto industry could grow stronger if the SEC allows it to thrive. And this is an article by Charles Gasparino. If you're paying attention, very active and very much, especially frequently on Twitter, then you've seen a lot of his, post and his, like being a proponent of Ripple, which has been very refreshing. I think he's probably the most active proponent as far as mainstream journalist goes. I think he's on Fox News or Fox Business, something. My apologies, Charles, whichever side that falls under. But, at the same time, if you do hear this channel, then, thanks for all that you do. Keep pushing. And it's very refreshing to see you actually doing your research and promoting this as well, and kind of exposing what's happening with the SEC. And if you, pay attention very much to Elon Musk, he's not the greatest fan of the SEC either. And again, recently, not only is Ripple getting, the focus under the microscope of the SEC, they just pulled in Coinbase as well. So this is going to get very interesting very quickly as they keep moving forward. But I don't see how this can go beyond November. There's just so much happening, so much going on. And I kind of expect somewhere around that time that everything starts unfolding and coming together. I wouldn't be surprised. But as they say at Ripple, they will not settle. They're very confident they're going to win. And if you're interested in these articles, obviously go into the description below. I think Charles Gasparino's headline was enough for this. And I would agree, absolutely. If the SEC can kind of back off, or however this works out, maybe the Congress comes in and gives the regulatory clarity that we need, or maybe just hands down Ripple just wins the case, period, so that we can keep moving forward. But either which way, I think it's very exciting, because to me, even though a lot of people are frustrated with what's happening, all the news articles and with the court case and with the pricing, that I know there's so much going on behind the scenes, and we share it here daily. So I am extremely bullish on a lot of the comments I'm seeing posted all over the place. To me, this is very exciting, and I think it just shows that we're getting closer and closer. And that's where, if you think of, pressure in a system, if you have a bottleneck where it starts all coming out, the pressure is stronger and greater right before it is released. So this is what I see, is the pressure is so strong and the power is so, the force, I should say, behind the power is so strong as well, that it's only a matter of time before this is released to be able to do what it's designed to do. And specifically stating with XRP, I think we're going to see it move into obviously it's designed for enterprise, institution, the wholesale market, and there's even focus too that they would like to get into the derivatives. So I'd like to see all of that happen. And I think as far as a retail investor, the price would reflect on the volume and the use case and utility of the asset as well. But before we go, as always, I want to leave you with a final thought. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And remember, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. And I want to say thanks to Surfmeister, our VIP on Patreon, and to each and every one of you. Much love, and we will catch you in the next one.